In this video, we're covering the setup and operation of the analog production skid. To start, make sure the tank is properly connected to and from the system. The feed side will be connected with a 2.5-inch diameter hose located here. This is connected to the feed T using a 2.5-inch sanitary clamp. You can also attach your tank using the included 2.5-inch hose barb adapter. Afterward, we'll connect the pressure relief valve and concentrate return using 1-inch polypropylene tubing routed back to the tank. Ensure the drain valve on the feed side is fully closed before filling the tank with any solution. Next, configure the valves on the system to select the preferred housing to operate. Begin by making sure the two drain valves on either side are fully closed in the perpendicular position. Use the two selector valves on the front for individual line selection. To use the upper housing only, open the upper selector valve by turning this in line with the valve and close the lower selector valve by turning this perpendicular. Next, we'll come over here and close the series line valve by turning this perpendicular to the valve and ensure that the individual line valve is open by turning this in line with the valve. To operate the lower housing, open the lower line selector valve and then close the upper line selector valve. To operate the housings in series, open the upper selector valve here, close the lower selector valve, turning it to the perpendicular position, and then open the series line valve in line and close the individual line valve here, turning it perpendicular. Next, make sure the concentrate control valve is fully open by turning this counterclockwise until it can't turn anymore. Begin startup by turning the power switch clockwise to the on position. From there, press and hold the down arrow on the VFD to ensure we're starting at 0 Hz. Next, press the green startup button to turn on the pump and the motor. From there, use the up arrow to increase the frequency output to the motor. This will increase the flow rate in the system. Continue using the up and down arrow to adjust this frequency until you reach the desired flow rate. Next, once the flow rate is set, increase the pressure by slowly closing the concentrate control valve by turning this valve clockwise. Do this slowly until the pressure builds both on the concentrate pressure gauge and the feed side pressure gauge located on the inlet side. Continue closing the valve, increasing the pressure until you reach your desired set point. Here, I'll be targeting 400 psi. Refer to the concentrate pressure gauge and feed side pressure gauge to verify the pressure. Once you finish the experiment, relieve the pressure by opening the concentrate control valve, turning this valve completely counterclockwise. Once the concentrate control valve is fully open, you can now turn off the pump and motor by pressing the red stop button on the VFD. After the pump has fully ramped down, turn the main power switch to the off position.